Hello everyone. This is class 10th, subject English, chapter 1, A Letter to God, and this is my revision lecture. This chapter has been already taught to you in your classroom. So today we are going to revise it. This chapter is given in First Flight book. A Letter to God. This chapter is written by G.L. Fuentes and this is the very first chapter of First Flight book. So first of all we are going to read about the author and then the summary of the chapter. About the author. G.L. Fuentes was a fisherman. He was born on July 11 in 1897 and he died on January 13th in 2002. At the age of 10, he first went to sea as a deck boy along with his father. A Letter to God is considered to be one of his best stories. He died of cancer in Cozumel in 2002. So now let us move to the summary of the chapter A Letter to God. This story is written by G.L. Fuentes and this is a story about the great faith of a simpleton in God. Simpleton means a simple person. The story begins with Lencho hoping for rain so that his crops would give a better yield. The rain does come, but is followed by a devastating hailstorm. Devastating means destructive. So, this chapter is actually about extreme faith in God of a person. In this story, the writer has tried to depict the faith of a poor and simple farmer, Lencho, in God. So the main character of this chapter is Lencho. Lencho was a farmer. He was an honest and hard-working farmer. He lived on a low hill along with his family. So he was expecting a good harvest that season. He had the field of ripe corn dotted with the flowers. He hoped for a downpour or at least a shower. Downpour means heavy rain. He hoped that it would rain and he would get good harvest. And it rained. It started raining and he was happy to see, actually in beginning he was very happy to see huge mountains of clouds and it started raining, but it rained along with large hailstones and Lencho's crop was completely destroyed. So first of all it started raining, but suddenly strong wind began to blow with the large hailstones. The hail rained for an hour and the field was white as if covered with salt. So now Lencho was very sad. He felt very dejected because the hailstones destroyed the crops completely. The hailstones left nothing, so he became hopeless. The corn was totally destroyed due to hailstones. The hail had left nothing. He didn't understand what to do, but he had a great faith in God. He had deep faith in God. So at this hour, he had only one ray of hope, that is God. So Lencho was a hard-working man and he had a great faith in God. So Now he decided to seek help from God. He decided to write a letter to God. So now he wrote that at this hour of crisis, he had only one hope, and that hope was God. So he demanded 100 pesos from God. He wrote a letter to God demanding 100 pesos. When the postman read the letter addressing to God, he could not stop himself by laughing. First of all, the postman saw the envelope, and on the envelope it was written to God. So the postman started laughing as he had never ever seen such kind of address in his career. So that envelope was given to the postmaster. Now the postmaster was a fat and amiable man. Amiable means very friendly man, and he decided to help Lencho. First of all, he also started laughing to see the address, but later on he was very much impressed with the faith of man who had written a letter to God. So he did not want to shake his faith, so he decided to help him. He collected 70 pesos from his friends charity for this charity, and he himself gave part of his salary. So the following Sunday, Lencho came to collect the money, but he was disappointed to find only 70 pesos because the postmaster was able to collect only 70 pesos. So he sent that money to Lencho, and as soon as Lencho counted the money, he got very angry and he was very sad. He was angry and he wrote again a letter to God demanding rest of the money. So now he decided to write one more letter, and he did the same. He wrote a letter to God once again and he demanded rest of the money, and he also wrote that God should not send the money through the post office because what he believed that the post office employees were a bunch of crooks. So this is the irony in this chapter. Instead of being thankful towards the post office employees, Lencho blamed them for stealing his money, and even he called them a bunch of crooks. Crooks means robbers. So this is all about a letter to God, and the main character of this chapter is Lencho. Lencho was a very simple, noble and hardworking man. He did hard work in the field. He always remained busy in his field and produced good crop. He was a very simple person and he was not much acquainted with the outer world. He had a deep faith in God. That's why he wrote a letter to God and demanded 100 pesos from him. But after getting only 70 pesos, he wrote another letter to God, and it all shows his conviction and faith in God. Thus, he was noble by heart. So, this is all about a letter to God. Now, your homework is to read the chapter A Letter to God thoroughly and revise the summary and questions and answers. Now, let us discuss the homework solution of lecture 2 of this. This is class 10th, subject English. Tenses, future tense, future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect and perfect continuous, and past perfect continuous, lecture 2, and this is homework solution. There were 2 exercises. So let us begin with the first exercise. First sentence, they dash in Chicago for 20 years. They have been in Chicago for 20 years. I saw a wonderful film in the cinema last night. So last night is given. That's why here we have used past indefinite tense, past form of the verb of see, saw. The sun rose at 6:38 yesterday morning. It is yesterday, so it is the identification of past indefinite. So past form of rise is rose. The sun was shining when the climber reached Mount Everest. So the action was going on in the past. So that's why past continuous tense is used. Next is I promise that I will not tell this secret to anyone. Not tell. Verb was tell. So here promise is given. So with I we are going to use will. I will not tell this secret to anyone. Next is unfortunately just as we got to the airport, their plane was taking off. Past continuous tense. They go to the movies only once in a while. So here it is a habitual action. So present indefinite is used. First form of the verb with third person plural. They go. I was tired yesterday because I had not slept well the night before. Here we have used past perfect tense. Next is someone is listening to our conversation. So the action is going on at the time of speaking. So present continuous tense is used. Next is when I left the house this morning, it was already raining. The action was going on in the past. So past continuous tense is used. Next is I think Bob is leaving for London this very moment. Once again present continuous tense because the action is going on at the time of speaking. The next is the plane will be taking or will take off in a few minutes. So both are correct. Either future continuous or future indefinite tense. I get up at 7 every morning, but this morning I slept long and I didn't get up until 8. So in first blank we have used present indefinite because this is a habitual action. I get up at 7 every morning. Every is given. But this morning I slept long and I didn't get up until 8. So here we have used past indefinite tense. Next is I am not wearing my watch because it is being fixed. So present continuous tense is used. Next is this has been an easy quiz so far. So far is the identification of present perfect tense. So this is the solution of exercise 1. So now let us move to next exercise, exercise 2. Complete the following sentences using the correct form of verb given in brackets. The thief was caught red-handed. Next is a bomb scare delayed the flight by almost 4 hours, 2 hours. This is past indefinite once again. Then the stadium reverberated with dance, music and drama as troops from different parts of the country presented a panorama of color and costume. Here we have used past indefinite because it is narrating the event. I spent the whole day yesterday in bed. Yesterday is given. Past indefinite tense. Students from different parts of the country participated in the program. So the once again past indefinite tense. Next sentence. It is true that Jim Corbett loved animals, but he also killed many man-eaters. So here past indefinite tense. I learnt Telugu from a friend who hails from Andhra Pradesh. Next, the bridge across the river was built some 200 years ago. Ago is also identification of past indefinite tense. The wicked people who smuggled brown sugar into the town were arrested yesterday. Once again, yesterday is mentioned, is given. Then last sentence is last night the clouds thundered in the sky. Here it is given last night. It is also the identification of past indefinite tense. So this is the homework solution of lecture 2 of tenses. So do it properly. Thank you.